There's only 3 things in my life that I need red hot.
The sun.
The temperature of my caramel brulee latte.
And of course, the red hot chili peppers.
So I'm here with my man, DJ Smoothie.
Hi.
The Spaceman.
Woo.
The biggest Red Hot Chili Peppers fan that I have ever met. And we're going to talk about a band that is super influential on both of our lives. We're going to go album by album. Give you the hits from each one. Maybe not the hits, but
the
ones,
deep cuts.
Some of the deep cuts.
Yeah.
Some people are like, hey, why don't you just start this video of Blood Sugar Sex Magic?
Yeah.
No.
Why would we do that? We're going to be looking at some of the things that'll give you the scar tissue, if you will.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, hold on tight, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hold on tight?
Let's save something for the end of the video.
All right. Hold tight.
Let's start with Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
The very first album that came out. What's your highlight on this? What do you have to say about this album quickly?
The very first album I have not listened to in its entirety, and it's an embarrassment. But
I thought you were the biggest Red Hot Chili Peppers fan in the world.
In the universe, the world that's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of beings in the universe potentially. Out of 8 billion, though, like
that's a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's not. All right. So, what's your highlight then of what you have listened to? First of all, listen to this. By the way, this is a band that has taken on such a transformation over the ages. All incredible musicians, really at every facet of the lineup, as far as I know.
Listen, like, the truth is, man, I'll have to say, like, if I listened to it, I would be able to rock out to it. But like, I know this is embarrassing, man. I haven't listened. What's your favorite?
Get Up and Jump. Get Up and Jump is
then
my
it's
favorite.
my favorite too.
There we go.
My favorite too.
Flea. Ever since the dawn of this band, Flea has been straight bringing the thunder.
Yeah.
They've been through a lot of lineup iterations. The mainstays are always Flea and Kiedis.
Yeah.
Right. Anthony Kiedis from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah.
Like where I went to college.
Straight up.
Yeah. And Anthony was still kind of finding his legs, I think, in the early albums. But Flea always brought the thunder. Always.
That is, and continues to do so. Flea is the truth.
Which brings us to Freaky Style.
Freaky Style.
Which is when they kind of start to really sound.
Yeah.
How would you
freaky and stylish?
Freaky and stylish.
Yeah,
right?
you know about the story about that album name, right?
Please tell me.
Yeah, no, it was a adjective they used to describe something that was groovy.
And freaky style.
Yeah, so it'd be like you know if you were observing an attractive car that drove by. Or something. How
would you describe that?
Yo, man, that Tesla, man, that's freaky styling.
That's freaky styling.
That's freaky styling. You know,
which happens to be my
exceptional song on that album.
My favorite on that album.
Word.
Which also too, we're both big fans of the book Scar Tissue.
Shout out
the Anthony Kiedis biography, autobiography.
I'm just sitting here like crying. Like I love Red Hot Chili Peppers and their essence. It's just like my like. Embodiment of them starts like the next album after. Like,
this is it, right?
This is it.
We said we weren't going to skip over the first couple albums, but we kind of just did anyway.
We're going to get we'll do a deeper cut. We'll do
the Uplift Mofo Party Plan.
Lift it up.
This is when a young DJ Smoothie was really taken.
Bam. This was just some good road trip music. Me and my friends. That was one of the first. Songs I got into. I think I heard it off their their greatest hits, embarrassingly enough. But then after further exploration, what else? And then Skinny Sweaty Man.
You're a Skinny Sweaty Man.
Subterranean
Homesick Blues is kind of mine.
Epic.
It's so good. Really,
so good.
I think right here is when they really had the pinnacle of the funkness. Of their sound.
Well,
I would say.
No, I mean it was they had that George Clinton influence.
Yeah, he produced it.
I think it was like from Uplift Mofo on. It was either that or Mother's Milk.
Well, Mother's Milk is when the lineup that most people consider to be the lineup.
That was when John shows up, right?
Right, John and Chad.
Yeah.
John Frusciante and Chad Smith, right? The rest of the band, so to speak.
Rest in peace to
Hello.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, good guitar. You know what about the biography though? The one thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't know, I think it's just kind of like a loyal bro thing. Is like Anthony was talking about what a great guitar player Hillel was, which he definitely was. But the icon is John Frusciante.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like really there's not a lot in that book about like what amazing transcendent players Frusciante and Flea both were. Like, these are my guys that are really good, they're in the band. It's like, no, these guys are like iconic and they've reshaped what like bass playing and guitar playing means. Like
that's for sure. And I think the things Anthony hit on in relation to Flea was more like the bond of their friendship.
Yes.
And I think I definitely feel you on like, well, you know, they were trying to leave that legacy for Hello, because you know, if you're like me and you're not like a true right you see what I'm saying, you're
guitar
top
player,
names, and you just have like no idea, you'll be like, oh, John Burger Stanstead and all that, you know, so it's like they're trying to give that historical accuracy on that. And I think, and when referring to like the credit that they give like to Chad and to John and Flea, like just as like the embodiment, like they like really spoke of the just the universal energy and like just that embodiment of music that like they create, you know what I'm saying?
And like just them as a band, just being so next level, you know, instead of just, you know, the sum of their parts or whatever.
Yeah, out of this world.
That being said, Flea's I've said before on my channel that I think Flea is by far the most influential bass player in the history of music. I got some brushback on that because, you know,
what were people saying?
Like, oh, Jaco Pastorius, which no hate, but like, I think Flea has inspired more young people to pick up a bass than any other musician.
Well, he took it beyond a rhythm instrument.
Totally, he's a lead bass player.
Exactly.
That just like he can do anything.
Yeah.
Anyways, Mother's Milk. What's your jam on this?
I love their Higher Ground cover. Like it's just so good.
Yeah, it's almost, and I'm with their Fire cover.
Yeah, Fire.
See, cover. I think their playing is really great on this, but their songwriting hadn't quite reached the level which is going to.
Yeah.
Which to me is why the covers are the best tracks off of Mother's Milk. Just personally.
I can appreciate that.
Should we take it to worldwide fame now?
Dude, this is my album for them. Like Blood
Sugar.
Sugar.
I mean, it kind of is universally Blood Sugar Sex Magik.
Honestly, really, I think it's like when I talk to people, like they're like, I think people's go-to is Californication.
That's true. I think it depends on the age of the person you're talking to.
For sure.
This isn't my favorite album. We'll get to that. We'll get to my favorite album.
Yeah, this is one of mine. I'm not gonna lie. Like I could have lied. Like I cry when I listen to that.
That's my track. That's my favorite track. I cry. Yeah. I think it's got one of the great guitar solos of all time. Right?
Yeah. No, seriously. Please keep going.
Under the Bridge, and you know, I mean, God, there's so many good ones.
The greeting song is really good.
Yeah.
I really like the greeting song.
Give It Away and Under the Bridge are the two main ones.
Yeah, that's good.
Under the iconic ones.
Classic,
now that we're far enough removed from it, it seems like Under the Bridge is going to be the one that like people will be listening to in 100 years.
Yeah.
Still.
It's a classic. It is a classic.
It is a modern classic.
Yeah. That was actually the song we covered for one of the songs we covered for my.
You want to tell your concert experience?
Yes.
The biggest crowd you've ever played in front of, right?
Yes. So I'm talking like 300 people.
Ooh.
Yo, easy.
What kind of people?
Not just any people, the chosen people.
At Jew Camp.
Yes, at Jew Camp. Eat That Rice was a band that played in front of the entire camp at the end of every session. I went there for several years. And we did this, one year we did Can't Stop and Under the Bridge. And Under the Bridge was just one of the songs I just connected with so deeply and solely.
There you go. That's why. And all those little kids at you camp probably remember that day very, very well.
I think so. I mean, like we were like, you know, no ego, but we were the band to see. Yeah,
that's right. You rocked it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Legacy.
Yeah,
legacy is intact.
That's right.
Speaking of legacy, One Hot Minute is the next album.
Yeah.
Frashani has left the band. Dave Navarro has entered.
Yeah.
Very temporarily. Couple good songs.
My
Friends is my track. That's what I kind of.
An Aeroplane.
Those I think are the two best songs.
Yeah, for
off
sure.
of this one. You know, there's the bass playing and the drumming.
Yeah.
It's amazing as always, but it's not what it was.
Yeah.
And why? Because they had really created something special as a band. They got away from it for One Hot Minute, and then came back stronger with Californication. Back to the pinnacle of mainstream success. At the time, a lot of people thought maybe it was kind of a one-off wonder with Blood Sugar Sex Magik.
Little did they know.
No. They didn't know what was about to come.
They went all around the world.
They really did.
They brought in music from a parallel universe.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Safe to say they took it to the other side.
They did. Easily one of the best albums in rock history.
Indeed. It left a purple stain on my heart.
That's okay.
But it was the wrong album.
And it was right on time.
Yeah.
But I would say this is kind of like a mainstream success story that really can play well on adult contemporary radio. Old people like this album. Young people like this album. Really kind of brings the people together. Just incredible sound. It's got all of it. So many great songs off of this.
Road Trippin'. Again, just great road trip music. Get on Top, such a hype song. Yeah, it's like it's one of those top to bottom albums. You can just sit there and you won't.
This Velvet Glove, that's gonna be my thing because it's underrated. A lot of people talk about that.
It's low key. It's low key. Absolutely.
So many great songs. Yeah. California. Oh God. Other side of the Scar Tissue, just great. These were songs that when I was first starting to play guitar, were things I can kind of wrap my head around a little bit. They're not difficult to play, which is the beauty of John as a guitar player. They're not difficult to play, just kind of get your hands on the guitar and play a version of it, but they're just good. It's almost like a minimalism.
They sound good.
They always sound good. And you might not be able to play them like John Frusciante plays it. You know what I mean? Because but you can play the notes and you can make it Californication. Next album. This is my favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers album. By the way, I think a little bit underrated. Top to bottom, the whole thing.
It's a top to bottom. Absolutely,
is amazing. And I think this is really where, kind of like just the harmonic, melodic, Flea, John Frusciante relationship kind of hits the pinnacle of what it is.
Zephyr song. Prime example of that, just that
totally,
just that because Flea just does that thing where just that riding bass line.
Oh my god,
that's just so intense.
And like just a couple songs after Dosed, which is like bass chords at its finest. I love it. I love By the Way. Every song, with the exception of Cabron.
Cabron. Oh, you don't like Cabron?
No,
I love Cabron.
I would skip it every single time.
I love it.
It's so annoying.
I think it's just like
so
fun.
annoying to me. And
it's fun. It's like a fun song. I don't know. I can appreciate it. And Can't Stop. I love,
Can't Stop. Iconic.
It's like, even though it's it's iconic. It's not overplayed. Like people I'll still don't Can't Stop. I'm like, I can't stop.
Always.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The music video is great. Everything.
The music video for By the Way too is also.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Again, Scar Tissue, the book. Read it. Listen to the audiobook. It will give you an appreciation for a lot of these. Like Venice Queen. I didn't know that was written for like a friend of theirs.
Oh yeah, that was about the woman, right? Yeah, the woman that the older woman, right?
Yeah. That was really close friends with her. And it's like once you like know the story behind all these songs, it just means even that much more.
It adds layers to the feels.
Yeah. By the way, great.
Like an onion.
just like an onion.
You cry when you open it.
Didn't really need the extra explanation, but hey, why not? Stadium Arcadium, double album. Seemingly hundreds of songs on this album.
Yeah.
Right?
But also...
Why not?
What do you think about it, man?
I love Stadium Arcadium.
Yeah.
Now, I do admit, when it first came out, it was kind of like hard to process the whole thing. Because there was just so much of it. And it's like, I just remember, I listened to all of it. But then I would pick kind of my select tracks.
Yeah.
And then just kind of go back over those instead of listening to it as an album. I guess is kind of how I enjoyed this. I would say Charlie is probably my favorite on this, even though Snow is probably the classic one, just because it's guitar, a guitar staple.
It is
a rite of passage for guitar players. Yeah, honestly, because it's quick, but it's clean,
technical.
Yeah.
You have to hit to make it sound good. You have to hit every single note on the money. You can't half step it.
No half stepping.
No half stepping.
Danny California, not a fan because it's clearly a ripoff of Jimi Hendrix. That I thought was like the bow Purple Haze. It's like the exact same thing.
Well, I mean, wasn't John really inspired by it?
Yeah, and so are we all. Yeah. But I mean, you can't just note for note take Purple Haze and kind of make it a thing. Which I remember not enough people were talking about at the time. I'm like, doesn't anyone hear this as just Purple Haze? But
Rock Band. It was also a big song of Rock Band.
It truly was.
Just kind of especially in Michigan.
Yeah.
Great song.
I'm a Michigan man myself.
Yeah, exactly.
So Wet Sand.
Oh, that was like one of my first love songs, man. I would be like, man, I cried.
Totally.
You don't fall in the wet sand.
You
don't fall in the wet sand, babe.
You really don't.
You don't.
It's rough.
It was, man.
Speaking of rough, John leaves again. I'm with you.
But he's not.
But he's not with us anymore.
Yeah,
but an able replacement took his stead.
Yeah,
who gets a lot of crap. I think it's just it's the next iteration of the band.
Sure.
I gotta admit, I'm With You is probably not the one I've listened to the least.
Yeah. Since
I started really getting into the Chili Pepper. I mean, I've listened to it a few times through, just enough to know that Monarchy of Roses is probably my track. Active bass lines, I'm always into. It's funky for sure.
Word.
What's your track on this one?
Adventures of Rain Dance Magik. When it came out, like I got excited about the album, but I just didn't follow through on the listen.
See, no, I think because I was excited about the album.
Yeah.
And then I remember listening to it. I was like a salty Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. I was listening to it through the scope of it not being with John Frusciante.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I mean? So I was like, I don't like the guitar in really a lot of these. It's to me, it sounded like somebody trying to be like the last version of the band. But I've grown to appreciate it a little bit more, but not as much as The Getaway, which is their most recent album, as of the shooting of this video, which I think is excellent and slept on, and really just like kind of like a masterpiece of like modern rock, pop rock music, and playing.
It's so funny that they're considered pop rock.
Right?
Yeah, you know,
that's how far it's like come.
Yeah.
That's how bad the pop music scene is right now.
Yeah,
that, like
that's true.
Chili Peppers are like, let's make him pop rock because we need something to put in this like category.
Absolutely.
You know? But I mean, I get it. It's funky.
Dark Necessities is soulful too. Like it's real.
That's my jam.
Yeah. Word. I feel you.
So good.
No, I think this is so important about the Red Hot Chili Peppers is just their icon status.
Totally.
You know, it's just like they're just of that generation where it's like, can you think of a band nowadays that are real rock stars in the sense of the insanity and the energy that was cultivated and the experiences that were cultivated in order to make the music, you know, like who's had like that crazy of a life.
Totally.
You know
and I feel like they really filled a negative space specifically in American music at the time that was really kind of, you know, the rock music, there were great rock bands at the time for sure, but it's kind of like the grunge era. You know, you had like awesome bands like Soundgarden, STD, Nirvana, so on and so forth. And then you kind of had on the other side the Chili Peppers, who were playing something a little more upbeat, funkier. I don't want to say it was like a more positive message or whatever, but I think there was a lot of
fun.
It was more fun music. There was a lot of positivity whereas like, you know, the grunge stuff, which again, I love the grunge era, but it is, I could see it as being kind of a downer for some people. You know?
I mean, like, you know, Nirvana is like, that is my music when I'm in the fields.
For sure.
There's something in the way.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna like listen to like Soundgarden like with like my parents.
Yeah.
You know? But like we can both appreciate, by the way, Californication, like that kind of stuff.
Absolutely, that's a perfect point. You can put on Red Hot Chili Peppers on almost any, like in any occasion. Like they have a song for that.
Yeah, exactly. Now there are some tracks you might want to skip if you're at a
family function. Thanksgiving dinner. Like, what kind of purple stain is
what? It's like, God,
what is he even talking about?
Eggplant.
Yeah, eggplant.
Like,
it's like I was cooking beets.
Grape Kool-Aid.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, definitely iconic band. One of my all-time favorites. Really one of the bands that kind of taught me how to be a musician, to be honest. You know, because there's accessible music that anybody can kind of approach. There's technical stuff that you can learn on absolutely any instrument because all those guys are master players. Slept on frontman as far as like his ability lyrically and vocally to do things. Some people kind of give him a hard time for not being like a classical singer. Yeah, which is stupid. I think he's a great singer, great writer.
Yeah.
And he just brings it. He brings the energy. I think he doesn't get enough credit for being the energy that band is like kind of focused around. I think. You know, without Kiedis, it's just, you know, it's just a great band with great musicians.
I mean, you've seen like videos from Slaying Castle, you know.
Oh,
I'm sure.
He slays it.
Exactly, yeah.
He's the man.
I think that is such a true point about his energy as a frontman. You know, just his style of rocking out and just the physicality he would bring to the stage. And he made a really great point in the book. It was about when their early days, and this really inspired me now about like just an approach to music, about how when he would go to see local music before they had blown up, he would go out and he would just like rock out at their shows.
Totally.
And he would like practice dance moves, and he would like, even if the music was bad, he would like show support for other musicians just by like absorbing their energy. And I just thought, I'm like, that just inspires me. So I think something I took from that is like, when you go see local music, like be the person that gets up and like just goes wild.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
And that energy is going to come back to you.
It will.
Know what I mean?
No, it's true, man. Because like he is a big inspiration for me in the sense of stage presence. Like I just love like jumping up around.
Flying
up,
jumping
off the, you know, like
I'm about to like jump off
this guy. Like I'm about to clear the couch.
But anyways, just wanted to kind of shout out one of our favorite bands of all time.
Yeah.
DJ Smoothie, Spaceman.
Boom.
It's good having you on the channel, my man.
Honor.
Thank you. Definitely check out his stuff if you want to see some more wild energy.
Spaceman Elliot 96 at not the Gmail. Spaceman.
There you go.
Big picture, baby.
Let us know what the chili peppers mean to you.
Yeah.
Until next time.